All right, I think that I am live. Let me just check. Let me check. Okay, yeah, I am live. Okay. Let me take a few cleansing breaths here so I can get myself together. I can't even tell if, you know what? Let me see here. Maybe I can look right here. Okay, let's see here. All right. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm just putting a little note in here. Okay, enough of the jitters. I think I did that right. So, I waited a few minutes just to see if anyone was going to show up, and um, I don't want to be on here for a long time, but I did want to, share a message with you. So before I get started, for those of you that might be watching, I can't tell if you're watching or not, and to those who will watch it later, I send you peace. And the peace that I send you to the soul family is that peace that surpasses all understanding. That peace that, when she like wraps her arms around you, and it doesn't even matter if the world is going crazy and falling apart all around you, you can say it is well with my soul. That's the kind of peace that we should be operating in. And that is the kind of peace that I send to the soul family right now. So let me just begin with how my day started. And I hope that, everyone has had a very prosperous day today, and that you were productive, and that the things that you set out to accomplish, that you accomplished them, and you did not let the opportunity to, do something great slip through your fingers. And so I hope that your day is going well. It is getting dark a little bit outside, and here I am. So let me just go ahead and jump right into it. So my morning started off with a meditation, and for the past few days, especially, I have been having this prompting to start going live. I've actually been having this prompting for a few months, and I just didn't do it. And I'm like, why am I just not doing it? I mean, I speak. I'm a public speaker. It's not that I have a problem with speaking. I don't know. Maybe I didn't want to do it, or maybe okay, I didn't want to do it. Okay. But it's a part of who I am. This is a part of my gift. And so I was getting this deep prompting, right? And I went into meditation, and I'm like, what's the word? What y'all want to tell me? And then maybe about 30 minutes after that was over, I went up to the lab. That's my new kitchen, right? I call it the lab. And I'm in the lab, and I'm still in that space. I'm still being quiet. And then, you know, it was like I was having a daydream. And that's not peculiar to me because I am a serious Pisces. And yes, I will have a vision in a moment. It's sometimes, downloads come to me just like that. And this one just came to me in the form of a statement. And the statement was, you are the author and the finisher of your faith. This is your story, your movie. How are you going to script it? And I'm like, ooh, all right. Well, I asked for a word, didn't I? And I got one because that right there was so powerful. You are the author and the finisher of your faith. It's your story. This is your movie. How are you going to script it? And I was prompted after everything was over to share it with you. So I'm going to share it with you. And before I do, I would kindly ask if everybody that's watching or will be watching, in the future, can you please give this a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share this message with someone that you really care about. And when I got that message and I was just mulling it over, I was taken back to a land far, far away. Y'all know I'm a storyteller, so I just got to paint the backstory here. I was taken back to like right before, I got here. And you can see the boardroom. So just imagine, you're in the boardroom. And when I tell these stories, I'm talking to myself, okay? I'm sharing it with you, but I'm talking to myself. But you're in the boardroom, and in this boardroom, this meeting room is your team, your executive team, right? And you're in there, and there's a discussion going on. You're doing strategy planning. You're going over all of the bullet points. The big picture is being painted. And without a shadow of a doubt that the topic of discussion is about you and your soul mission. Everything is mapped out to you. You don't know exactly how it's going to turn out. You don't know every instance and how every day is going to be, but you got the message. And so at the end of the meeting, because it's time for you to come into this reality now, and I'm looking as an observer, right? Every soul has had to go through the same process. And so they were just reminding me, this is what happens right before you come into this reality. And then here's that question that every soul is asked. And I can't say if it's verbatim or not, but I kind of got a feeling that if they don't say it like this, they say something close to this. Your mission, should you decide to accept it, is to, and you fill in the blank. Because your soul mission is going to be what your soul mission is. And it'll be different from somebody else's. My soul mission is going to be different from yours. But your mission, should you decide to accept it, is to do this and this and that. And then I could see the soul, right? I could see myself agreeing to accept the mission and come into this place right here. Now, here's the beauty of it all. Here's the beauty, y'all. And that applies to everybody that's listening, every soul. Y'all, everybody had to go through the same thing. So now I'll turn it to you. You didn't come here empty-handed, you see. You came here complete, loaded with everything that you need to complete said mission. And what that means is that all of the gadgets that you need, or your spiritual gifts, you got your own security team, got your own hit squad, You have your own advisors. You have a load of witty inventions or a vivid imagination. And you have the full backing of the power of Big Mama, God, Spirit, the universe, right there to back you up. All of that to ensure that you're going to win when you get in here, that you have everything that you need to be successful and to complete the mission at hand. And I thought about all of that, and I'm like, ooh. And so apparently I must have needed a reminder that you're not in this thing by yourself. You know, stop second guessing yourself. Stop overthinking what it is that you need to do. You already understand the assignment. Just do it. We got you. We got you. And sometimes I need to hear that. And if you're anything like me, sometimes you need to hear it. So I'm telling you, they got you. Your team got you. And I sat there in my chair and I'm just thinking over all of this. And I decided to pull a card. And lo and behold, this is the card that I pulled. Y'all see that? See, my team is a team of comedians. They had to get that message right in front of my face because they know, like sometimes, you know, y'all gonna have to be like right up in her face. Like, you see that, Pia? I see it. I pulled the trust card. And I had to catch myself because after I chuckled to myself, I'm like, okay. And the message of that card for me and for you too is that that thing was so deep, y'all. The message is that everything is working out for your good. Everything is working out for your favor. Even if you don't see the evidence right now, even if you don't understand what's going on behind the scenes right now, you have to trust that your prayers are being answered. You have to trust that everything is being put into place because you are going to be successful on this mission. All I need to do and all you need to do is stay in a place of purification, making sure that your motives are pure and that you are coming from a place of love and service to others. And I'm telling you, it was so profound because, you know, just the other day, one of my mentors, one of my teachers, was saying the same thing. You gotta trust the process. If you're gonna be on this spiritual journey, you gotta trust that your team got you, whether you understand it or not. You have to trust it. And I'm like, wow, is it? Look at that. And here I am pulling this card right here. The author and finisher of your faith. You know where that comes from? That comes from this book right here. That comes straight out the Bible. And I wasn't surprised that when I heard it, I wasn't surprised because I mean, after all, I've spent what over 40 years in the church. And I knew I had heard it before, but it has taken on a whole new meaning for me now because now I'm able to look in that book and I can decode the messages now because I'm looking at it with this third eye. I can decode the messages now, and that thing just hit me. It's right. If I want to see it and read it for yourself, it's right there in Hebrews 12. Hebrews 12:2. What does that mean? The author and the finisher of your faith. What does that even mean? It means that you are the Alpha and the Omega. It means that you are the beginning and the end. And I'm like, ooh, That's deep right there. Because if you're going to be on your spiritual journey, and if you're going to be calling yourself these titles and and all of the things, then you got to be acting like all of the things. You have to be. It's just not going to be in word only, but it's going to be in deed as well. If you have been listening to me for any length of time, or if you know me personally, you'll know that I am always looking at words and the etymology, because I understand what words mean in this Western civilization, and how it's used against us. I understand the whole concept. And so I was led to look up the word author. Author. And when y'all hear that word author, what do you think about? Probably the first thing that you think about is what? Someone that has written a book, right? Or has written a journal or an article or something, but somebody that writes something, right? I want you to get out a piece of paper and something to write with, and write down this word. I want you to see it with your own eyes. Author. Author. So when I look into the etymology of the word, I would look at that first, but now I have gotten into the practice of going to the Latin and looking at those words in the Latin language, so I can see what it really means, because the majority of our words come from either Latin, German, or French. But the majority is Latin. So when I go to do that, and I started to heat up, I'm like, oh, here we go. I get to my Latin dictionary to find out that the word author in Latin is auctor. It's pronounced actor. Now keep saying that, actor, actor, actor. Haven't you heard that word before? Auctor. That is the word author in Latin. For the first time since I have been looking up words and their roots and etymology and everything, this is the first word that I have ever come to that had so many different meanings. I was like, what? Okay, I'm going to read some of the meanings. Let me pull up my, okay, I'm going to read some of the meanings. In Latin, auctor means, it could be feminine, it could be masculine. It means creator, founder, performer, builder, doer, trustworthy writer, authority, author, authority. Y'all got that? A responsible person, a teacher, a promoter, a seller, a vendor, a producer, and a historian. Remember I said the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the author and the finisher of your faith. And I said, wow, look at that. I look at that. I'm like, so they flipped the script on us, huh? They flipped the script on us. When you look at how they have changed that word, when you write down author, underneath that, write in the word auctor. Then under that, write down how we say it over here, actor. 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 I look at the fact that that's the play right there. You see, because if you are the author, and you are the creator, if you walk in your authority, then you can create. You can build. You can teach. You are a trustworthy writer. You are the performer. You are the builder. You are the historian because this is your story. You see, this is your movie. You are the main actor, the A-lister in your movie. You are the main character in your book. So if you don't walk in your authority as author, then you become an actor. And then when you become an actor, instead of writing your own script, somebody's going to write your script for you. And they're going to hand it to you and tell you what your role is. And then tell you to pretend to be that. Y'all following me? I hope you're following me. Because that thing took me somewhere. I said, look at this. Ooh, ooh. If you don't write your script to your movie and star in it, or write your own book, you build it, you write it, and walk in the authority that is your divine self, then you become an actor. And somebody's going to give you a script because you ain't writing your own. So why not? They're going to give you a script. And then make sure that you pretend to be that and play that role that they have written for you. And then, when I sit there and I thought about that thing, I'm like, you know what, come to think of it, outside of medicine, the highest paying job is being an A-list movie star. They make millions of dollars off of one movie. You see, that's the play. They put it right there in your face. They put it right there in your face. And I am not putting no shade on anybody who is in the industry. This is an observation. And this is what came to me today. They put it right there in your face to tell you this is what you are supposed to be doing. They make it seem like it's glorious to pretend. It's beneficial for you to be somebody that you're not than to walk in your authority and create and be your authentic self and show up. Y'all get it? I was too through. When I tell you, too through. I thought about that thing and I said, that's so subtle. That is so subtle. That's how they do. That's how they do that. Just look at that pretense. And if you don't take authority of your life on this soul mission that you agreed to come on to, that's exactly what you are going to encounter. It said that you are the author and the finisher of your faith. So of course, yeah, I had to go and look up faith too. I had to look that up too. And guess what? Faith is belief and confidence and trust. And trust. And trust. I said, look at that. Why is that important? If you still have that piece of paper, let me get my little piece of paper here. Right on this. And let's just say we write this word here. You write that word trust, right? Then right underneath it, write the word truth. Right underneath that. And if you can see, they're really one and the same. You got trust, T-R-U-S-T, and then truth, T-R-U. We take the S out, move the T over, and add the H on the end. Because they playing with these words. You know your words are powerful, right? You know that, right? When I went to look up the word truth, it says truth means reality in Latin. I said, what? Did I know that? No, I didn't. Truth means reality in Latin. So, in essence, trust equals truth. Write that down. Trust equals truth. And the thing about it is, you can trust truth. You know why? Because truth will make you free. It'll make you free. Knowing truth, it will make you free. When I tell y'all, I was like, ooh, trust equals truth. Look at that right there. And so I'm going to wrap this up because my intention is for you to get this. And for those of you that might be like, hesitant about doing your soul mission, or you've been trying to do certain things to get certain things in place and it's just not popping for you and you want to cave in and give up and quit, don't do it, because you came in here armed with everything that you have. So start being an author and write your story. Write your book. Write it in authority. And family, your mission, it is possible. It's possible. You do get to star in your own movie. You do get to be the main character in your own book. And remember, you chose to accept the assignment. You chose to do that. So don't let your mission self-destruct on you. Okay? Let me see if I had any messages. Oh, I got messages. All right now. Okay, now hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Wait, let me just see. Let me see if I can read these little teeny weeny, must be in a size 0 font. Let's see here. All right. Hey, Lee. All right. Oh, I'm so glad that y'all showed up. Ah, yay. Yo, I'm trying to see these little messages. Y'all just ooh, ooh. Mm-mm. All right, let's see here. That's the truth. That is the truth right there. Let's see. Hold on. Who was that? Happy Goddess said she was just talking to her cousin about tapping in. Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. Y'all, when I get a download like that and I'm prompted to share it, it's for a reason, because stuff is about to y'all better come on. You better come on. Walk in your authority. That is the bottom line. Walk in your authority. But I don't want to hold you guys. Thank you for my coming out session. I told y'all I was coming out. And just like anything else, the more you do it, the better you get. The more you do it, the better you get, until it just becomes second nature to you. And then one day you'll be walking and you'll be get your shoulders back, and you'll be walking in your authority, all in your goddesshood and everything. But I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you guys. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Peace.